How actually rich is Vladimir Putin? Hello, and welcome to Famous Folks. Putin's fortune was estimated to be at 3.7 million rubles, or about 280,000 US dollars in bank accounts, a private 77.4 square meter or 833 square foot apartment in St. Petersburg, and other assets, according to official figures revealed during the 2007 legislative election. Putin's reported income in 2006 was 2 million rubles, or about 152,000 US dollars. Putin declared a 3.6 million ruble, or 270,000 US dollar income in 2012. Putin has been caught sporting a collection of high-end wristwatches worth $700,000, about 6 times his annual income. Putin has been known to present timepieces worth thousands of dollars as gifts on occasions, such as a Blackmail watch to a Siberian child he met while on vacation in 2009, and a similar watch to a factory worker the same year. Putin claims to earn 140,000 US dollars a year and to live in an 800 square foot apartment. No one knows how much money he actually has. Today, we will tell you how actually rich Vladimir Putin is. Before we start, go ahead and subscribe. Also, press the bell button to get the latest updates. Without any further delay, let's get started. Russian President Vladimir Putin appears to be a modest statesman with a modest salary on paper. Putin is said to be paid 140,000 US dollars per year by the Kremlin. An 800 square foot apartment, a trailer, and 3 cars are among his publicly stated assets. However, some experts believe he could be the world's wealthiest man, with assets worth up to $200 billion. While that is an absurd amount of money for anyone to have, it is possible that Putin has it. $1.4 billion Black Sea mansion. Putin is said to own a magnificent 190,000 square foot home perched above a rock overlooking the Black Sea. This beachfront property is said to be the country's largest private residence and serves as his own palace, affectionately known as Putin's country cottage. The estate is Putin's playground, with frescoed ceilings, a marble swimming pool lined with statues of Greek gods, a 27,000 square foot guest house, spas with traditional hammams, a musical parlor, dressing rooms for all of his staff, an amphitheater, a state-of-the-art ice hockey rink, a Vegas-style casino, a nightclub with stripper poles, and a bar room showcasing more than $100,000 of wine and spirits. The estate is apparently furnished with Louis XIV-style sofas, $500,000 in dining room furnishings, and a $54,000 bar table from an exclusive premium Italian brand named Citerio Atina. It also includes luxury $850 Italian toilet brushes and $1,250 toilet paper holders in the bathrooms. Aside from the lavish furnishings, a 40-person staff spends $2 million per year only to maintain the property's grounds. Lanfranco Cirillo, an Italian architect, built the Black Sea mansion, which cost $1.4 billion to build. According to a Reuters investigation, the funds for this lavish project were allegedly laundered through the country's 1.3 trillion ruble Health National Project, in which the government purchased expensive medical equipment from a company owned by Putin's friends Shamalov and Gorlov at a significantly higher price than the market rate. According to records, the two men moved $56 million to a Belize company's Swiss bank accounts. The Belize account then moved around $48 million to a Medea investment account, which is owned by Cirillo personally. According to the Moscow Times, Shamalov, Gorlov, and Cirillo have all disputed the charges. The Kremlin claims the palace belongs to a wealthy businessman and denies Putin owns it. According to Russian commentators, no businessman may have properties guarded by the FSB, Russia's Federal Security Service, while a no-fly zone is in place. Luxury watch collection. Putin is frequently photographed wearing high-end expensive timepieces that cost several times his alleged annual income. He has been seen wearing a $60,000 Patek Philippe perpetual calendar watch, as well as a $500,000 A. Lang & Song tobograph and other high-end timepieces. Aircraft, helicopters, and cars. Aside from the Black Sea mansion, 19 other homes, and 700 cars, Putin is said to have a collection of 58 planes and helicopters, including a $716 million plane called the Flying Kremlin with a gold toilet. It's not surprising, given his fondness for opulent neoclassical architecture. He also has a $100 million mega yacht created by a Russian nuclear submarine builder to keep his options open by land, air, or sea. $200 million blackmail. Putin amassed much of his fortune after a Moscow court imprisoned businessman Mikhail Khodorkovsky, according to financier Bill Browder, who testified to the United States Senate Judiciary Committee in 2017. Following Khodorkovsky's conviction, the other oligarchs approached Putin and asked what they could do to avoid being imprisoned with him. Following that, it looked that Putin's response was 50%. He wasn't saying 50% for the Russian government or the Russian presidential administration, but 50% for Vladimir Putin personally. On top of that, in 2016, the Panama Papers exposed a $2 billion network of hidden offshore dealings and loans pointing to Putin. But of course, Vladimir denies all these charges, admitting only to a different kind of wealth. I am the wealthiest man in the world, not just in Europe. I am a collector of emotions. I am fortunate in that the Russian people have entrusted me with the leadership of a great nation twice. That, I believe, is my best asset. Opposition lawmakers and journalists. Putin, according to Russian opposition lawmakers and journalists, has amassed a multi-billion-dollar fortune through successively owning shares in a number of Russian businesses. Putin might not technically own these 43 planes, but as Russia's sole political authority, he can act like they're his, according to one editorial in the Washington Post. Western spy agencies could not locate anything, an RIA Novosti journalist claimed. Polygraph.info looked at a number of reports from Western and Russian analysts, the CIA, as well as counter-arguments from Russian media to examine these contradictory claims. The conclusion of the polygraph was that the exact amount of Putin's wealth is unknown, and the estimate by the Director of U.S. National Intelligence appears to be incomplete. With the evidence and documents in the Panama Papers and in the hands of independent investigators, like those cited by Dawisha, Polygraph.info finds Danilov's claims that Western intelligence agencies have not been able to find evidence of Putin's wealth to be false. Polygraph.info even asked the question, are Putin's billions a myth? In April 2016, the German newspaper Süddeutsche Zeitung and the Washington-based International Consortium of Investigative Journalists were given access to 11 million records belonging to the Panamanian law firm Mossack Fonseca. Putin's name does not appear in any of the documents, and he has denied any affiliation with the firm. However, 3 of Putin's associates on the list have been reported in various media outlets. According to the Panama Papers leak, Putin's close cronies control offshore firms worth a total of $2 billion. The idea of Putin's family benefiting from this money is considered credible by the German publication Süddeutsche Zeitung. The U.S. $2 billion had been secretly shuffled through banks and shadow companies linked to Putin's associates, such as construction billionaires Arkady and Boris Rotenberg, according to the paper, and Bank Rosaya, which had previously been identified by the U.S. State Department as Putin's personal bank account, had played a key role in this. The report says, Putin has proved he is prepared to take aggressive efforts to maintain confidentiality and defend community assets. Despite all the evidence and testimony stacked against him, Russian President Vladimir Putin continues to portray himself as a loyal bureaucrat, living a modest, middle-class existence. That is all for today, folks. Tell us in the comments section, what is your point of view? See you soon with another amazing video.